Today could shape up to be a very important day in the debate over the Iran nuclear deal. The top Democrat in the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Bob Menendez, will soon announce whether he supports it.
This comes after the top Republican in the same committee called on Congress to reject it. CBS News congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes joins us live with more. Nancy, so how much is hinging on Senator Menendez's decision?
Well, a lot, because, the administration can't afford to lose many Democrats without seeing this plan get rejected by Congress. Senator Menendez has certainly made no bones about the fact that he has huge misgivings about this program. He said that in interviews with me. He hasn't been shy about saying that in press releases and press conferences. So, frankly, I'd be surprised if he came out in support of the plan today. And this follows Senator Bob Corker, as you mentioned, the top Republican on the Foreign Relations Committee, in a very strong editorial coming out himself saying he can't support this. Again, no surprise, he's been highly critical, but he is the chair of the Foreign Relations Committee, and he is someone who has worked with the administration and been on their side in certain situations in the past. So the fact that they've lost him here is a sign that they really are unlikely to get much, if any, Republican support.
And before Corker, there was Senator Chuck Schumer, and the thinking was after he voiced his misgivings about the plan, other top-ranking Democrats would follow. Now it looks like there's a possibility we'll hear from Menendez. How tough of a sell do you think this is going to be for the White House when it comes to selling it to the rest of the Democrats in the Senate?
Well, so far, Schumer is the only Senate Democrat who has officially come out against the deal. So the administration isn't panicking just yet, and there are a number of Democrats who have come out in support of it. I think that the administration is preparing for the very likely possibility that the plan will get rejected by both houses of Congress, because you've got the overwhelming majority of Republicans voting against it and perhaps enough Democrats to put it over the edge. The question is whether Congress could override a presidential veto, which is something the president has already promised to do. And there it looks like the White House is on more solid ground.
Nancy, how significant is it that Senator Corker came out against the deal in the Washington Post?
I think it is significant, especially the reasons that he gave. First of all, he said that this deal is only going to make Iran stronger because it lifts sanctions and allows billions of dollars to pour into their economy, money that they could then use to export terror. He also argued that lifting some of the restrictions on Iran's conventional missile capability will also make that country more dangerous. And finally, he argued that allowing Iran to keep a nuclear research program, a program focused solely on energy, is kind of a front for a nuclear weapons program, because he says that Iran has no real use for a nuclear energy program. So these are the kinds of reasons that we've been hearing again and again from members of Congress. The question is, if the rest of the world is prepared to go along with this plan no matter what, no matter whether the U.S. goes along with it or not, then those sanctions are going to get lifted one way or the other. So this is something that we won't know for sure which way it's going to go in Congress until they come back from their August recess sometime in September.
Nancy Cordes in Washington. Nancy, thank you so much.
You're welcome.